Welcome back, everyone. This is J-Bone for Smash This Podcast. Good day, everyone. We got some news, some really cool news as far as like updates on Impact Wrestling, Slammiversary. They're adding some new stuff to the card for this coming weekend, which is Sunday, I believe. They're not doing. I like it when they do Saturdays, but I believe this one is Sunday. With tapings to follow. Hey, we got some familiar faces in the chat. Good afternoon. And before we get into this stuff, make sure you smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. This was actually supposed to come out last night, but then it was storming like mad around here, and we lost internet and cable for like a day. So I couldn't do anything last night with the exception of watch the occasional like video on my phone. And then I realized, I was like, oh my God, I've got an Xbox that I never used. So I grabbed a stack of old DVDs and did what the hell did I watch? Oh, I watched a bunch of Underworld vids. So oh man. So yeah, smash that like button. And if you want to tip one of your favorite podcasts, you could do so in the Twitch by cheering bits. You can sub. The Twitch is still alive, folks. It's hanging on. It's hanging on. And if you're on Team YouTube, you can do super chats or super stickers, as I like to say. So, but at least smash that like button. Aaron Jack says, can we get your quick thoughts on the Good Brothers going to the farm? I loved it. Yeah, I gave all my thoughts on that. Actually, no, I didn't. That was my crew who did that last Thursday. It was one of my favorite segments of the episode. I will say that. That was great. I can't wait for this match. Should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to Briscoe's retaining, although Bullet Club is doing some big things. You want my thoughts on everything going on with the Bullet Club and Ace Austin? That is my last video. By the way, that video got like a tremendous response. Thank you for everyone who maybe subbed because of that video and or just watched it. It's up to like 2.5K views and it's still growing. So yeah, and it's short and sweet. It's like a 12-minute video. So my thoughts on Ace Austin and everything. Go check it out. All right. So today, well, let's start out with the discussion on Jeff. I've seen a lot of opinions online and all this stuff. And you guys know, as long as I've been on here, my views on addiction, alcoholism, it runs in my family. So I have very, very serious thoughts on this stuff. Jeff got busted yesterday morning. Some were saying last night. It wasn't last night. It was yesterday morning, like 9 something in the morning. That's according to the video that TMZ put out. By the way, not that it's anything to, let's check the, if you want to check out the TMZ video, it's out there. I believe PW Insider shared it on their site. I did watch it. It's very upsetting. Absolutely zero excuse for what he did and how he did it. For those of you that don't know, there were several 911 calls on him when he was driving yesterday morning because he was swerving all over the place. So, and I don't know what's going on with him being arrested. Apparently, he's out on bail, court dates canceled. I have no clue beyond that what's actually going on with him. I know what he got busted for collectively is some sort of felony. To what degree? I read, I don't remember what it is. Third time, like I said, no excuse. I'm not making excuses for him. It's very upsetting. And it's also very upsetting for fans, especially especially Matt, who has vouched for him and his comeback. It embarrasses him, his entire family. I hope he finally does get some long needed help. This isn't the first time, folks. He's been doing this for 20 years. 20 years. His first arrests were back in 2003. And he said he was on his way. In the TMZ video, he said he was stumbling all over his words. It's quite embarrassing. But he said something about going to a doctor's appointment for his head. So, there's other issues there as well, as far as him even being possibly, this is all speculation, but if he's getting, appointments for his head, concussions, the extreme wrestling that he's doing, and then masks the pain with alcohol and or other substances, possibly. But when he was pulled over, it was like 4 times the legal limit. That's ridiculous. It doesn't matter how much over it was. It's just ridiculous. We got a statement from Tony Khan on this very recently, within the last hour or so. Well, there's a lot of stuff here. All right, so this is per Tony Khan. He put out, we were able to resume contact with Jeff Hardy this afternoon. That right there doesn't sound good. We were able to resume contact. That's like we couldn't get contact with him because he was arrested, inebriated, all of the above. AEW does not condone Jeff's alleged behavior. Well, it's not alleged. It's on the video. It's there. It's proof positive. We've made it clear to Jeff that we'll assist him in getting treatment for substance abuse issues, which he has indicated he is open to receiving. Open. Let's hope he's more than open. In the interim, he is suspended without pay, and he can only return to AEW upon successfully completing treatment and maintaining his sobriety. And then it goes on with a helpline. If you know someone that needs help, call 1-800 blah blah blah. So we got that. So that's good. So police pulled Hardy over after receiving 4 separate 911 calls about a car driving erratically. He's been charged with the DUI, alcohol, or drugs, third offense in 10 years. Driving while license canceled, suspended, revoked, and violation of restrictions placed on driver's license. And he can go to prison if they throw the book at him. And he also has like the only way he's allowed to drive right now. Thank you for the bits. Team Twitch, thank you for the bits. The only way he's allowed to drive legally is if the vehicle that he has to drive with has one of those breathalyzer things in the system, and that's the only way you can get the car started, is if you pass the breathalyzer. I forget what it's called, but it's an attachment that, you know, it's with the, you know, in the driver section of the car. And so, you know, why did he have a, number one, why was he driving? He shouldn't have been driving. Number two, why was he in a car without that? How did he get that car? You know, there's all these things that are just, it's ridiculous. And it's very upsetting as a fan. I hope he finally does get help and stays away from the business for a fair amount of time to really get back on track. And he's taken breaks before, but to no avail, this keeps happening. You know, I honestly do hope they throw the book at him, because maybe that'll, number one, it'll keep him off the road. And he won't kill anyone like Sonny did. Sonny was in the news over and over again, and what did she do? She finally killed someone. So what is it going to take? Stiffer penalties. I can tell you, Wisconsin is one of the worst, embarrassing states for dealing with DUIs. You know, we talk about, hey, Milwaukee is Brew City, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's fine and all. There's a lot of great history with beer in there. But when you have a state that has one of the worst records around for drinking and driving, look out. But yeah, just to wrap this up, I hope he does get help. Unfortunately, they're going to have to change the booking for not just one, but several stuff, you know, events that they had planned. There was, he was scheduled to wrestle down in AAA, the stuff this week. So there wasn't just this week. It was more than one. Just a reminder, folks, there's a links in the description for merch, whether it be my personal stuff or to support the podcast. And later tonight, we'll be back for Patreon members of Total Nonstop Impact. We'll bring you the family dinner, weekly family dinner. So if you're a Patreon member, thank you. Tune in later tonight. All right. Now on to some positive news. Now, like I said, some of this was supposed to be done last night, but then we got a lot of updates today, and I haven't listened to all the interviews. I did listen to the Busted Open stuff yesterday morning. That was a lot of fun. If you missed that, please go check it out. And if you're like, oh, well, I can't get that, you can get, there's ways you can get a 3-month trial to Busted Open. Hell, that's what I'm using right now. Free 3-month trial. And if you dig it, you can keep it. There's a lot of Sirius XM music, podcasts, news shows, sports things, lots of different stuff. And I'm not getting paid to say that. I'm just saying it's free. So it's not perfect, as far as the busted open stuff. I'd like them to talk about some other things, but it's good. It's good. They're getting better at it. It's better than it was last year. I'll say that. So I may sign up. We'll see. Thank you, Anna. The super sticker. Let me flip on the other tab here. What is it? It's a sweating emoji. It's probably hot where you are. It is certainly hot. Summer has officially hit here, by the way. We went from rainy and 60s, 50s yesterday. It is now 90 plus. Very hot, very humid. I've locked myself in the office. It's nice and cool down here. Look, the Bone Man's keeping cool back here in the corner. He's doing great. Terrence says he signed up for the 90-day free trial on SiriusXM. There you go. No excuses. You can go check it out. You can cancel at any time. But I will say this. If you do, don't cancel last minute. Okay? Don't wait till the day before it runs out. I recommend at least a few weeks before, because I got charged and then had to contact them about, no, I did cancel. And they did pay me back. They were good about that. They paid me back. But like I said, if you're going to cancel, don't wait till the last minute. Okay. Anyways. So let's, yes, Paul, Papa's doing good today. Nurse stopped by the house, checked him out, did his vitals. Doing good. Thank you. Prayers for Papa, right? All right. Now let's talk about Slammiversary. So let me jump on the events page because we'll get the whole card here. That's not what I want. Hang on here. Oh, that's okay. So is this stuff on the, all right. So there's new Jiminy Christmas. There's new countdown stuff. Is that on here too? Okay. We'll start with that and work our way up to the new stuff. All right. So pre-show or countdown to Slammiversary. It's like an hour before, whatever, maybe half hour, whatever it is. All right, we have the reverse battle royal. Hold on to your butts first. Says one of the most notorious match types in Impact Wrestling history makes its long-awaited return as the reverse battle royal comes to Countdown, featuring a unique set of rules where all competitors start outside of the ring and fight their way in. You never know who may show up for a shot at greatness. Or as other companies say, immortality. Stay tuned for more Slammiversary news and match announcements. So they may not be done. Here's another one that got announced. The Digital Media Championship is officially on the pre-show. Rich Swann defending, wink, wink, even though he doesn't have the title per se. Brian Myers will show up with it because Matt Cardona left with it. Says, despite defeating Matt Cardona at the Wrestling Revolver to become the new Digital Media Champion, Rich Swann does not have possession of the belt he rightfully earned. Those sons of Samanagan. After Cardona lost, he stole the title and escaped from the venue, but Cardona would suffer an injury requiring him to step away from ring competition. We went over all that with the NWA stuff. Cardona passed the belt onto his longtime ally, Brian Myers, the most professional wrestler. Wink, wink. And the stage is now set. Rich Swann battles Brian Myers with the digital media title up for grabs. I think we're all rooting for Rich Swann there. Although I do love me some Brian Myers and the whole Cardona club, the major players, if you will. Yeah, Terrence saying 30-minute countdown show, albeit it should be an hour long. Well, you know, how much time do you really need? I just don't like it when stuff is rushed. So we'll see what they do. We'll see what they do. We have now. This was the biggest news to come out of the announcements yesterday morning. I believe it was announced while the Busted Open interviews were going on. Reading from the events page here at Slammiversary. Former friends and enemies, Rosemary and AAA Reina de Reinas, got a little roll there, getting better at that, champion Taya Valkyrie will join forces to challenge the Influence for the Knockouts World Tag Team titles. After Havoc failed to prove herself to the Influence, she disappeared from the Impact Zone. 1 week later, Rosemary scored a huge victory over Tennille Dashwood in singles action, but quickly found herself in the receiving end of a 2-on-1 beatdown. Those damn 2-on-1 beatdowns. Gah. There to make the save was Taya Valkyrie as she assisted Rosemary in sending the Influence scurrying to the back. I love that, scurrying. Can Rosemary and Valkyrie coexist in order to add yet another championship milestone to their long list of acolytes? Or will the Influence continue their trend-setting reign? I believe that's it. We already talked about over on TNI the Monsters Ball match being made, Sami Callihan and Moose. That was shortly after they went off the air, I believe. So, yeah. Lots of interviews going on this week. Tom Hannafin did an interview with, yesterday was Coach D'Amore, Coach. Today, right before I went live, they posted a video, with Eric Young, I believe. And I don't know who else they're going to have, but like I said, go check out the interviews from Busted Open. Those were fun. They had a few technical issues, but overall, when they had those fixed, they were fun. They were talking to, what was it? Speedball. Not Rosemary. Jordan Grace, Mia Yim, and the champ, Josh Alexander. So it'll be very interesting to see what else they have planned. Hopefully they can get some, guests to appear. And look, the card is stacked. I don't need 20. I know a lot of people. I'm seeing it here in the. Here's the best example. Terrence Sullivan, brother, you says we need Trinity, Lollipop, Kid Cash, Sonny Siaki, Willie Mack, Rohit Raju, Jake Something, Sue Young, ODB, bam, Camille. Well, hello, Oreo. Jiminy Christmas. Scared the. Yeah. What? Okay, so Oreo is very upset that I did not include her in the conversation here about Slammiversary. She's very excited about it. So she doesn't want Shark Boy, though. The Shark Boy scares the whiskers off of her. Nick Aldis, I'm going to say no to the Nick Aldis. Anyone else is fine. No, Nick Aldis is fine. I'm just kidding. Should be in the reverse battle royal. That's a lot of throwbacks. I don't know about Lollipop. I don't know what she's been up to. Is she in ring shape? Well, as long as she brings the lollipops, it's all good. J-Rock Freak. Wow, I haven't seen you in a long time. Destroying kayfabe. Brother Styles is into his house. Always wearing the Smash merch. Love you, brother. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing well with you. He just started his summer. He's got his boys for the summer. Much love, brother. Hope you have fun with that. My boy's going to be here this weekend. Maybe we're going to enjoy Slammiversary together. We'll see. We'll see. Super sticker. Yes. Gotta rep that merch. That's right. Much love. All right. I don't think, let's just for the sake of let's check the news here real quick before we get out of here, just to make sure we're not missing nothing. Oh, tickets for Against All Odds and Southern Hostility. Almost said hospitality. Jeez. Southern Hostility live July 1st and 2nd in Atlanta, Georgia. Hotlanta. It's going to be Hotlanta. On sale now. And I also did hear, amongst other places, that they're planning for the post-Slammiversary summer tour. They are coming back to Chi-Town in August. I got to be careful, like, what I pick for my stuff that I do outside the realm of, nearby, because I'm trying to still be careful. Not necessarily quarantining, but I can't do everything all the time. I got to be smart about it. But knowing that Impact is coming back to Chicago, I'm definitely going to be watching out for that. So go to impactwrestling.com to see when those are going on sale. Let's go. Where are we going here? Let's go to WrestleZone and see if there's any last minute Jiminy Christmas, what's happening here? All right. Matt Cardona hopes to return in 3 months. We talked about Jeff. Trevor Murdoch is the new NWA champ. Covered that. Jake Atlas not expected to return to AEW. Okay. What? Shush. I don't believe there is anything else. Oh, there's a lot of new WWE A&E shows coming back. Legends, Biography, Rivals, lots of new stuff. So if you like that documentary style stuff, keep an eye out for that. I'm not sure what they're all doing as far as content, but and last but certainly not least, Mike Tyson added to the Roast of Ric Flair lineup at StarCast. That just makes my day. Oh, New Japan Strong. Oh. So for one of the, you know what? Let me click on this. Give me a second here. Load. Hiroshi Tanahashi, Brody King, and more set for 6/18 New Japan Strong. I really need to watch more of these Strong episodes because I'm really getting excited for New Japan stuff touring. You know, like they just came to Chicago area. Unfortunately, I missed it, but I know Bill's gone to a bunch of these. Brody King and Jake something will collide in a singles bout, plus Arya Davari will take on Delirious, and Team Filthy will face Alex Coughlin and the DKC and Kevin Knight. Am I reading that right? Kevin Knight? Okay. Hiroshi Tanahashi will face Chris Dickinson. Oh, you like that one? She likes her some Hiroshi Tanahashi? Huh, Ario? You like that Tanahashi, eh? I think this is all before Arya Davari went back to WWE as an agent. But nonetheless, the wrestling's always good. I don't think there's necessarily been anything bad on these. And you're seeing a lot of new wrestlers coming out of the LA dojo. Like Carl Fredericks is definitely one to keep an eye on. He's becoming one of my new faves to check out. So, all right, that's going to be about it for this one. I didn't know how long I was going to be on here, half an hour, talking about this stuff, but we just went over a half an hour. So we'll wrap this up. Make sure you check out the links in the description. And on your way out of here, as always, smash that like button, smash that sub button, ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when more of my content hits your screen. We're going to get out of here. T and I, Patreon members, later tonight. Remember, family dinner. Watch for the link to pop up in the Discord and or your Patreon notifications. Much love, everyone. Thanks for the tips and bits and all that stuff. Appreciate it deeply. We'll see y'all later tonight. And then tomorrow night, we'll see what happens with AEW and all this summer madness that's happening now in the world of professional wrestling with injuries and suspensions and other things. I don't know. Oh my. Later.
This is sick. This is sick. This whole place is going to hell in a handbasket.